PayPal processes payments. They have various different brands and work with a variety of merchants. It's not like they just partner with eBay, although shout out to those of you who first remember encountering PayPal because of eBay. Anyway, it's an easy business to understand. And while I did dig in a little bit deeper while researching for this video, if you distill it down to its purest form, that's all PayPal is. PayPal helps facilitate transactions. To begin, let's look at PayPal's investor presentation from February of this year, and while this isn't the most up-to-date information, it will give us a great look at what PayPal is all about. We can see here nice growth in the number of active users. We can also see that each customer is using PayPal more. This is exactly what you want to see, more customers and each customer using the platform more often. PayPal is very much an international company, and this is great because it diversifies revenue streams and makes it even harder for other competitors to take market share. Trust is incredibly important, especially when we're talking about people's money. People will pay more for something they know is safe and secure, and later when we get into risk factors, I'll bring up this concept once again. The financials for PayPal look great. You can get a snapshot here, and we'll talk about that more when we look at their income statement. A key piece of information to understand conceptually is that the total addressable market here with PayPal is enormous. We're talking processing trillions and trillions of dollars of people's payments. Therefore, PayPal can continue growing for many years into the future. I also like that PayPal sets very clear goals. They have a $50 billion plus revenue goal for 2025, and as we'll see in a minute, they are very much on a path to reaching this goal. One of the best parts about analyzing PayPal is that almost every financial metric that you care about tracking is just consistently improving year in, year out. You can see whether it's revenue, cash flow, margins, all of it, it's getting better. From the middle of 2015 through January of 2021, the stock has performed well, but fortunately for those of you watching this video, you're getting the exact same company that we're talking about, a solid company, only after January 21, you're going to see the stock price just crashing down like a lot of other companies. In summary, PayPal is a rock-solid company. They're diversified across a variety of different brands, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with at least one of them, such as Venmo. They have many different partnerships, a wide consumer base, and product offerings. They are consistent and have solid growth in almost every important financial metric. Now we're over on Fidelity's website, and I've got PayPal pulled up. For context, this company is a $224 billion company. As I'm recording this video, PayPal is trading for $195 a share, and I think last week it got down to almost $180. It's got a trailing PE of 47.2. Its PE estimate for this year is 41.4, and next year's PE estimate is 36.2. And if you look at Visa or MasterCard's forward PE, you'll see 24.6 and 32.2. Not bad considering PayPal is growing significantly faster. Over on the growth tab, we see that PayPal is profitable and is growing its profitability, and we can also see that its revenue growth has been consistently double digits, whether it's the last 12 months, over the last 3 years, or over the last 5 years compounded. If you look over here, you'll see that Visa and MasterCard have significantly lower growth rates, and if you've been paying attention to some of these companies, Visa and MasterCard have run into some issues, and their business model is looking a little bit shaky going forward. Over here on cash and debt, we see that the current ratio for PayPal is 1.3. Anything over 1 is solid, anything over 1.5 is really good, and since PayPal is so cash flow positive, so profitable, and consistent, there's really nothing to worry about here from a balance sheet or solvency standpoint. Over here on this website, I've got the income statement information pulled up, and it is just a thing of beauty. Let's take a look at some trend data. Let's see here, revenues, growing, solid revenue growth. Look at that consistent year-over-year growth. We can also see gross profit increasing, and they've got solid gross margins. Operating income is going up with operating margins increasing. Again, another great thing. Finally, we've got net income, and just look at this thing of beauty. Solid, increasing net income. I love how predictable and consistent this company is. The 10K report lists a variety of risks, but to me, there is really only one major risk and a few other smaller ones. In my opinion, the biggest threat to PayPal is a massive data breach that compromises the integrity and the security of PayPal. This could cause enough of a shakeup to where other competitors could sneak in and steal a meaningful amount of PayPal's market share. But outside of this, I don't really see how there are too many other existential threats to the company PayPal. They have such a stranglehold on payment solutions across a variety of different countries and with so many different companies that I just really can't see PayPal having too many major issues that cause them to have slowing growth or miss out on other financial objectives. The company is still growing revenue at a decent clip, and if you value it on an EV to EBITDA or price to earnings basis, it is now a very good price. In the past, if you wanted to buy a growth company like Amazon or Tesla, you'd have to pay a very high valuation. And I'm not necessarily comparing PayPal and Tesla together necessarily. I'm merely pointing out that sometimes with these growth companies, you pay such a high price that you take on additional risk because if the company doesn't exactly meet expectations, you might see the stock price come down rather quickly. But with PayPal, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get that double-digit revenue growth and consistent revenue growth at that, and you get a very attractive valuation. Doing this or buying a company at these prices insulates you from a lot of risk. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and consider subscribing. Until that next one, peace.